Welcome to my YouTube channel, Minke Titans Travel. Adventure begins where the horizon never ends. Today we journey across Mongolia. Mongolia is a land of endless horizons, ancient traditions, and breathtaking natural beauty. From vast deserts to rugged ranges and crystal-clear lakes, nature shapes every panorama. Historic monasteries and legendary landscapes echo centuries of heritage and resilience. The nomadic lifestyle, deeply connected to the land, defines daily life. Here are the top 30 wonders of Mongolia: history, culture, and livelihood revealed. Let's get started. Wonder 1. The Gobi Desert, Mongolia's most iconic natural wonder. It stretches across southern plains with golden dunes, rugged mountains, and hidden oases. Once a vital artery of the Silk Road, it linked traders and cultures through harsh terrain. Fossils of dinosaurs discovered here unveil prehistoric secrets buried in the sands. Oases shimmer like mirages, sustaining life amid extremes. Nomadic herders raise camels and goats, adapting to searing summers and brutal winters. The Gobi's unique wildlife, especially the hardy Bactrian camel, embodies resilience. Life here moves with the land, guided by tradition and the open sky. Silence, dramatic sunsets, and boundless horizons define the Gobi's unforgettable spirit.
Lake Kövsgöl, the Blue Pearl. Crystal freshwater hugged by forested mountains. Sacred for centuries to the Tsatan reindeer herders. In winter, it freezes into a glassy wonderland. In summer, its waters sparkle, so pure you can drink the sky. Fishing supports local families and livelihoods. Gentle ecotourism helps protect traditions and the taiga. The taiga that the reindeer depend on. Now shift inland to the Orkhon Valley, a living history book. UNESCO calls it a cultural landscape, and for good reason. It preserves ancient ruins, weathered by centuries. Stone markers and memorial steles dot the valley. Ruined and standing monasteries mark millennia of faith. The long memory of empires, including the Mongol Empire. Nomadic herders still move their livestock across fertile grasslands, guided by the Orkhon River that stitched communities together for centuries. Together, they're Blue Pearl, living ways, two linked worlds, water that sustains life and local livelihoods, land that remembers history, rites, and seasonal paths, and people who keep both alive through practice. Mongolia isn't just scenery, it's a practice, a spirit, and a story you can still walk through.
Wonder 4. Karakorum. Karakorum was the ancient capital of the Mongol Empire under Genghis Khan's successors. Mongolia's global influence during the 13th century and its proud heritage rooted in strength and unity. Wonder 5. Erdene Zuu Monastery. Erdene Zuu Monastery, built in the 16th century, monks continue practicing Buddhism, while local families benefit from tourism. Surrounded by white stupas, Erdene Zuu reflects Mongolia's religious devotion, artistic craftsmanship, and the resilience of cultural traditions through centuries. The Altai Mountains, western Mongolia's spine, jagged, snow-capped, and impossibly timeless. Here, Kazakh eagle hunters still train golden eagles the way their grandparents did, saddling birds, heavier than most pets, and releasing them in a ballet of trust and power. Shepherds move their yurts with the seasons, tending sheep and goats across valleys that feel older than maps. Stone petroglyphs etched into slabs tell the prehistoric stories of people who lived on this land long before borders existed. Then head east to the Flaming Cliffs, a desert spectacle that literally glows at sunset, casting red sand into fire. In the 1920s, explorers dug here and found the first dinosaur eggs. Suddenly, the world watched Mongolia. Nomadic families still herd camels and goats beneath those cliffs. And now visitors bring tourism dollars that help keep traditions alive. Both places feel like different chapters in the same book. One of soaring peaks, golden eagles and rock art. The other of blazing sandstone and deep time science. Mongolia's landscape isn't just scenery. It's a living archive of people, animals, and stories that never stopped moving. Terelj National Park. Granite spires, winding rivers, the famous turtle rock that took centuries to sculpt. Sleep in a jeer, sip goat milk tea, and watch nomadic herders move across emerald meadows. Then flip the map to Ulaanbaatar. Buddhist monasteries tucked beside glass towers, street markets selling crafts and dairy, and a city shaped by centuries of migration. Together, they tell a story. Tradition and progress side by side, nature and city in balance. Come for the rocks, stay for the culture. Khuvsgöl National Park, birthplace of a comeback. Once extinct in the wild, Przewalski's horses were reintroduced. Now the Takhi roam freely across rolling grasslands. Nomadic families keep ancient traditions alive through herding. Ecotourism supports conservation and local livelihoods across the park. Wild deer and herds dot the grassland plains. Marmots pop from burrows across the steppe here. Khuvsgöl is where conservation and pastoral life converge. Now shift to silence and incense at Amarbayasgalant Monastery. Built in the 18th century, Amarbayasgalant was largely spared purges. Mongolian Chinese architecture with sweeping roofs and ornate details. Vivid carvings and murals frame daily ceremonies inside. Monks chant softly morning prayers inside the monastery. Communities herd their flocks on nearby hills daily. The site stands as testament to resilience and faith. Two places, one shared heartbeat across Mongolia felt everywhere. Nature restored, sweeping steppe and returning wildlife abounds. Culture preserved, temples, rituals, and nomadic ways endure. Chagan Suvarga, the White Stupa. Imagine cliffs sculpted over millions of years. They look like an ancient stone city rising from the desert. Nomadic herders still cross these plains with their flocks, a living link between human rhythm and geological time. At sunrise, the layered rock lights up. At sunset, the layers blaze with richer colors. Colors photographers chase around the world. Now flip to Khorgo Volcano, silent extinct, eerily beautiful. Walk the rim. Peer into a crater shaped by fire. Turn and drink in sweeping lava fields, forested valleys beyond the lava. Families balance herding with seasonal visitors. Wildlife grazes where the earth once roared. Turkeen Chagan, the Great White Lake. Long ago, lava ran downhill and plugged a river valley. The result? A bowl of impossibly calm water that turns into a mirror for surrounding pines and jagged peaks. Fishermen toss nets, herders tend yaks and sheep nearby. Tourism quietly bolsters traditional lives. Fishing quietly bolsters traditional lives. In spring and fall, migrations of birds paint the surface with wings and calls, reminding you this is both an ancient geological story and a living, breathing community. Now flip the map to Yolyn Am in the Gobi, a narrow gorge where slabs of ice linger even in summer. Shade altitude and a stubborn microclimate keeps pockets of cold trapped in stone. Mountain goats, ibex, pick impossible ledges, vultures circle the thermals. Nomads herd camels along the canyon's edge, meeting extreme landscapes with everyday grit. Both places are a single sentence about Mongolia, volcanic fire-patient ice, and people who read the land like a map. Kharkhorin Museum, guardian of Karakorum's story. Stone tools unearthed at Karakorum whisper of old life. Ceramics reveal trade links and daily domestic life. Sculptures suggest art, belief, and power in the old city. They point to a city that once controlled trade routes and empires. The museum isn't just glass cases, it's an active community partner. It supports schools, teaching local children about their past. It supports tourism, bringing visitors to Karakoram and the steppe. It supports local herders who still live seasonally on the steppe. By protecting digs and artifacts, it stitches Mongolia to its imperial past. It keeps those stories alive for the next generation. Next, Gandan Monastery in Ulaanbaatar, a 19th century heart of Mongolian Buddhism. Surviving suppression, it's now a vibrant center of learning and ritual. Pilgrims gather beneath a towering Avalokiteshvara statue. Monks chant daily prayers, peace and power in one place. Gandan shows cultural revival in motion across communities. Here, bustling city life meets ancient Buddhist faith and ritual. Wrap up.
Wonder 18. Lake Kövsgöl, Mongolia's largest lake, lies in a vast basin surrounded by desert and mountains. Its ecosystem supports migratory birds and rare wildlife species. Nomadic families graze livestock across nearby grasslands, relying on seasonal water sources. Recognized internationally for its ecological value, the region promotes conservation efforts. Lake Kövsgöl symbolizes Mongolia's environmental diversity and the sustainable relationship between natural resources and traditional pastoral livelihoods. Wonder 19. Bogd Khan Mountain. Bogd Khan Mountain, near Ulaanbaatar, is one of the world's oldest protected natural areas. Revered for centuries, it was declared sacred and safeguarded by Mongolian rulers. Forests and wildlife flourish under conservation policies. Residents hike its trails while respecting cultural traditions. The mountain reflects spiritual beliefs tied to nature and highlights Mongolia's early commitment to environmental protection, blending religious respect with ecological awareness in daily life.
Baga Gazrin Chulu. Huge weathered boulders spill out of flat plains, carving caves once sheltering monks and travelers. Nomadic herders still graze goats nearby, sheep nearby, keeping a rhythm as old as the stones. Then travel to the Orkhon Monastery ruins, founded in the 1600s, destroyed in the 20th century. Now partly restored as a quiet testament to endurance. Families tend livestock. They welcome visitors, turning history into living income. Together, these sites are more than photo ops. They're living pasts you can walk through, where solitude meets resilience. Come for the views, stay for the stories. Lake Kövsgöl, the Khuvsgul Ice Festival. Imagine horse sled races thundering across glassy ice, tough locals wrestling on frozen sheets, songs that melt the cold. Reindeer herders, fishermen, families, everyone turns the long winter into a celebration, mixing survival with joy. Tourism, community, culture, all stitched together on a frozen stage. Now leap west to Bayan-Olgii, the Eagle Festival. Golden eagles land like royalty on gloved fists. Hunters show century-old hunting skills. Families parade Kazakh costumes with quiet pride. Competitions spark cheers, visitors bring cameras and cash. Ancient knowledge gets passed wing to wing. Together, these festivals are Mongolia's winter answer, harsh environment, human warmth. They boost local income, preserve identity. Traditions aren't just remembered, they're lived. Quick, beautiful, fierce, Mongolia's winter festivals are wonder you can hear, taste, feel. The Taiga Forest in northern Mongolia, home to the Tsatan reindeer herders. Imagine families following herds through dense pines, living in teepee-like shelters, hunting, fishing, welcoming a trickle of ecotourism that helps them survive. Pristine rivers, deep forest, a lifestyle stitched to the rhythms of nature. Then shift southeast to Iknart Nature Reserve, a dramatic mix of rocky hills, desert steppe, Argali sheep, ibex pick their paths. Local herders work with conservationists to protect wildlife while grazing livestock. Small-scale tourism brings income and awareness. Culture, wilderness, balanced, fragile, resilient, utterly Mongolian. Come for the landscapes, stay for the people.
Shiliin Bogd, an extinct volcano that's still alive in belief. Pilgrims hike its slopes to greet sunrise, praying for luck. Nomadic herders keep the steppes' rhythms alive. Then, Karakorum, the ghost outline of Mongolia's imperial heartbeat. Stones whisper of palaces. Stones whisper of workshops. Stones whisper of a world-shaping leadership.
Dadan, colorful temples. Prayer flags fluttering near the Russian border. A living link to Tibetan Buddhism. It survives suppression and still teaches. Monks keeping traditions alive. Townspeople supporting the shrine through tourism. Townspeople supporting the shrine through trade. The mood here is slow. The mood here is sacred. The mood here is steady. Now flip the map to Gun-Galuut, wetlands, mountains, sweeping steppe where cranes stride and Argali sheep roam, conservation teams working, nomadic communities working, balancing grazing with protection. Ecotourism brings jobs and keeps ecosystems intact. Together they show Mongolia's contrast, quiet spiritual continuity, raw, living wilderness, both essential, both surviving through community, calm and wild, side by side. Why do 90% of Ulaanbaatar's most memorable public moments happen in one huge square? Because Sukhbaatar is where Mongolia gathers to celebrate, protest, and remember. Walk into Sukhbaatar Square and you feel the country's story around you. Statues of heroes, grand government buildings, and crowds that carry both city energy and nomadic roots. Named for a national hero, the square hosts ceremonies, festivals, and everyday hangouts, blending civic pride with ancient identity. Locals come here to mark independence, to celebrate national holidays, or simply to meet friends beneath wide skies. It's a place of unity, where political life and cultural memory overlap, where modern Mongolia stands tall while honoring the steppe and its people. As we finish our tour of Mongolia's 30 wonders, remember, these sites aren't just pretty views. They're living stories of resilience, tradition, and harmony with nature.